All right, folks. I hope maybe a lot of you have come down from your sugar high last night, especially if you didn't hand out all that Halloween candy out to the trick-or-treaters. But you know what? It was another great Halloween last night, and again, Linus didn't find the great pumpkin, but he just keeps on going. I just love that kid's determination. One of these years, he'll find the great pumpkin, but it ain't me. See the orange I'm wearing? But of course, some guy said, "Hey, Charlie Brown, there is a great pumpkin," when they looked at me. But of course, I've got other things to worry about this week, like the orange. After starting 6-0, yeah, we've dropped 2 straight. And you know what? I kind of wondered if it was half and half. As you know what? We had a lot of Orange fans and it was a sellout. But half the crowd seemed to be there from South Bend, cheering on those leprechauns from Notre Dame. And I knew that the Orange's game plan was to stop that triple-headed rushing attack that Notre Dame uses, because Drew Pine, let's just say, he's yet to work out a lot of the kinks in his passing game. He had to come in when Tyler Buckner injured his shoulder, and Pine still hasn't seemed pretty refined with his passing game, although he has the best tight end in college football on his team with Michael Mayer, who they call Baby Gronk. Please, somebody don't say Gronk. Yeah, he's from suburban Buffalo, the family is, but he's a traitor, playing all those years with Brady. Yeah, I'm going to get to Brady in a little bit, mind you. But Syracuse couldn't stop the triple-headed rushing attack. I kind of estimate that they were going to use Audric quite a bit, but yet they still couldn't stop this generation's version of Jerome Bettis. Now, Bettis was a beast when he played for the Fighting Irish, and he was a beast in the NFL. That's why they called him the Bus. Not a Central Bus, but I digress. Couldn't stop him, couldn't stop Logan Diggs, couldn't stop Chris Tyree, and Drew Pine several times threw to Baby Gronk, a.k.a. Michael Mayer. Syracuse was game, especially with Schrader going down with a lower body injury, and then Carlos Del Rio Wilson, the transfer from Florida, coming in, playing pretty decent, but Syracuse couldn't stop those leprechauns. Yeah, 41-24 was the final score by Notre Dame, 6-2, and next up, we got the USC transfer going to Pitt, because it's Pitt next week, and Pitt has had their way with Syracuse. I kind of wonder if there's going to be a little bit of a Keaton Slovis towards anything. Yeah, see what I did there? He could have a Slovis hand, but you got to talk to the Pointer Sisters about that, or maybe Eric Clapton. But we got to get on track against Pitt. Pitt went down to North Carolina. Pitt's kind of reeling this year. So, you wonder what Narduzzi's going to do. 6-2, and we got to get back on the winning track, Orange. And speaking of winning tracks, rack up another win for the Bills. Yes, they went up against Aaron Rodgers, the bum, and Green Bay this past Sunday night in Orchard Park. We raced out to a 24-7 win, 7 lead in the first half. But I kind of wonder, did Allen kind of take his foot off the gas? Against Aaron Rodgers, you can't really do that. Had a hell of a first half, especially Stephon Diggs. And then the running game finally did show a little semblance with Singletary, when you could rather have a double, a triple, or a quadruple with the way he was getting those first downs. And of course, James Cook finally throwing his hat into the ring a little bit. Yeah, he can cook. He can also bake, he can also fry, he can also saute when he gets the ball. But Allen kind of looked a little sloppy there in the second half, especially throwing 2 interceptions. One when we could have gone in for the kill. And against a team like Green Bay, you definitely need to go in for the kill. But thankfully, the defense kind of held out, even if they did give up quite a bit of running yards to Green Bay. But still, a win over Green Bay is a pretty good win. And next up, the almost lowly Jets, who I should say has been playing some pretty good ball, maybe lucky ball, because Zach Wilson, yeah, he's a sophomore quarterback, and usually by the second year, that when they're in the pros, they start showing that, hey, if they're good, they can do it. But Zach Wilson hasn't proven anything. In fact, he's still throwing pretty sloppy interceptions. So you know what? The Jets might be ripe for the picking by the Bills in Orchard Park. We'll see. Josh Allen didn't jump over the great pumpkin like a cartoon says. And of course, if Linus saw that, he'd be like, there he is, there he is. It's the great pumpkin with Josh Allen leaping over him. Thud. But I digress. It's the Jets this week for Josh Allen and the Bills. We'll see what happens. I will say congratulations to the Waterloo girls volleyball team with their sectional win over Geneva, a big 5-set victory over the Panthers. And now it's up against Batavia, and they have to travel to Our Lady of Mercy to play the team. Of course, you know what they're going to say to whoever loses. Mercy, mercy. Oh, well. But I do have to give them kudos at practice, because, hey, it was Halloween. They were all dressed up, especially one in a Josh Allen jersey. All right, way to show the spirit there, girls. And good luck to all of you, especially to Laney Ford. Keep on going, Waterloo girls. Hopefully, we can win the sectional title, because everything else has just died down. And I might have to say, thank God for mercy when it comes to the Miners 8-man football team. They went 0-9 and their season thankfully is over. A second straight loss to Canisteo Greenwood. I mean, they went a little north, probably had a little Hornell chili, if you know what I mean. I'll go from that to back to talking about Syracuse for a minute. Yes, the basketball team is about ready to tip off their season. They have their second exhibition game against another university that likes to advertise on the TV. Hopefully it's not another University of Phoenix, but Southern New Hampshire University seems to like to advertise on the tube. You think maybe you can buy a diploma from them? We'll see. But Syracuse plays them in exhibition basketball, and next Monday night they tip off for real against the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. You gotta think about those guys from Eastern Pennsylvania. Yeah, we don't have Lafayette on the schedule. If it was Lafayette and Lehigh, boy, that could have been a little bit of a rivalry thing on our schedule, but I digress. Maybe that's for another year. Of course, with one of the players, there might be a bunch of them, if you know what I mean. I'm going to go from talking about them to a sad story about Syracuse. Yes, the death of the Great Northern Mall. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, add another chapter to the end of all the other malls. Destiny USA seems to be the one that's still standing, and even that is having a little trouble. Yes, we gotta add the Great Northern Mall to Shoppingtown, to Pencan, to Fayetteville, to Camillus, to Fairmount, and all the others that have gone by the wayside. Malls aren't what they used to be when I was a kid. They used to be the in place, the hangout. But of course, Great Northern has been dying a slow death for a lot of years. And you gotta wonder about Destiny USA. How much longer can it hold its position? But with Micron having that huge new development coming to Clay, just 3 miles down the road from Great Northern, that is going to be a real shot in the arm to the central New York economy. You got to wonder, whoever is going to redevelop Great Northern and tear most of it down, is it going to be the right thing? Maybe we could have left it alone. I don't think so. But last but not least, the athleisure trend that I often see, especially with the ladies, it's a pretty good way. Hey, they want to be comfortable, but they want to look good. But please do me a favor, wear all the same brand. When I went to the Syracuse game this past Saturday, when I was on the bus, there was a woman wearing Adidas sneakers, Under Armour leggings, a Nike t-shirt, and also a pullover of Puma. And I'm looking at her like, huh? Yeah, you want to be comfortable, but wear all the same brand. But when I rode on the bus after watching Syracuse lose to those leprechauns, there was a woman wearing all Under Armour. And I'm like, now there's a woman who knows style, who knows what to do. But of course, it costs a little pretty penny to wear Under Armour. Yeah, you gotta wonder if there's no chinks in that. I'm Ken Haas, and that's my report for this week.